A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Going for a big play right off the bat. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass. It's Sanders. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Bringing it back, it's Cameron. Makes a move. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drop.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell that.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Handoff to the fullback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Better block. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they get the sack just like that.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my...
Brings it in down the left side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines or else you draw the flag. The give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clemson, 0. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
On the return, it's Cameron. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Little touch pass to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. Oh, look out! At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance.
Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Is this Christmas? Is this the gift-giving season? An absolute gift in the end zone, and the defense takes advantage, recovering the fumble for the touchdown. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They're bringing heat. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Clemson will send the punt team out. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Smacks it with the stiff arm. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And he breaks into the open. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he added the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The give to the big fullback. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll bring it back. It's Smith.
Returner brings it out to the 35. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. To the 15. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, look out. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the stomping has commenced. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Bolitnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Benson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
A third and long coming up here. Back to pass, it's Klubnik.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge. You're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Ohio State 52, Clemson 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really have...
It's another safety. They get their 3rd one of this game. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Running it back, it's Smith. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned...
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to... First down here for the offense. quick touch pass to the receiver. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense.
The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense will go to work for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And how about this defense? They woke up and chose violence. The first play of the game, they bring the blitz. Offense not ready, and the linebacker gets in there to get the big sack.
Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jim. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Fields. And now they've lost the ball. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Running it back, it's Smith.
Returner is tackled down at the 37. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 16, Wake Forest 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes.
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my...
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Across the 45. Can anyone catch him? And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Demon Deacons will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Little touch pass to the receiver. Running with power. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the
And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Fields. Feeling some heat. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Cameron. Makes a move. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. Coming out with it, it's Lacey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. Uses his...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. second down here as they go back to work after the break.
0.
With jet sweep pass. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the side.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Looking for a block. It's Cameron. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game and take the W into the locker room.
Touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out, make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
2 looking for those open spaces and opportunities. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Coming after it. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why we're... The offense lining up for a first down play.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Delivers the contact. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense has its first opportunity of the day. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Rodgers. And the quarterback is snowed under.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Handoff to the lone back. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Takes the handoff. It's Gordon. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Touch pass on the run.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Rodgers. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
And this crowd is up for grabs, and not much excites them like back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Globochuk. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. On the return, just causing wreckage in the secondary. And the returner will be brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quick pass on the jet motion. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 35. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Concepcion. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. Here's the handoff. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 35. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Concepcion. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want. Got him in a 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done
open runway ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Four wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 1. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 28, North Carolina 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To the air, it's Rodgers. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Going up top on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage with this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point.
That keeps the score. Ohio State 34.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over.
And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened.
He's loose. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the tackle. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.